I don't know. Could be live.
I think we're on.
We could be live.
We may be live. This is our first live, so guys, bear with us because we have been spending. That's why we're 20 minutes late. We've been spending the last, 15 minutes just trying to get this.
Trying to figure it all out.
So, can you guys hear us? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, give us a.
Everybody, give us a thumbs up if you can hear. We got some big announcements, right?
We do.
We've been saving them for this live segment.
We don't want to do it right off the bat. We want to put the. We're going to do the winner of the Vessel Bag giveaway today. We're going to announce that
the name.
in a bit.
The name is in.
Name is in. Thank you for all who participated.
Nice, you guys can hear.
You can hear. Awesome, you guys.
So yeah, big announcements are: we're going to announce the winner of the Vessel Bag giveaway. We've got ours right here, and we're also going to announce a big travel vlog we're going to do
yes,
in 2019.
People have been asking, like, where are you going? Does it involve a passport? What's going on, everyone? My Golf Quest, Ollie, Nathan, Avi, Lou.
So first of all, before we get into that stuff, I want to recap a couple of big things.
Yes.
First of all, it's been a huge year on YouTube, and you guys are the reason for it. So thank every single one of you who subscribed. When we started 2018, we had 500 subscribers on YouTube. And we've had the channel. We registered the channel 5 years ago, but we just haven't done much with it.
Right.
So this would be our first year of real, I'd say, vlogging and putting the podcast on the channel. So it's been so cool for everybody who's worked with us on that. Now we're at 9,000. We are just 1,000 away from our big goal, 10K.
Big giveaway.
Trust me, we're
big giveaway.
Big giveaway for that. So everybody who's been part of that, thank you. It's been a wild ride. We've got a couple of really great videos that we just shot this morning that we're going to have before the year is out. We did a recap of our top 10 videos from this year.
The best of. Mm-hmm.
We just recorded our 250th episode of the Golf Podcast.
Had fun with that.
Had a lot of fun. We did a recap there too. So it's really good stuff. We wanted to have this live segment as a way that we could kind of chat with you guys directly. And it's awesome watching the comments roll in. So I tell you what, I'm excited. But I want to hear from you guys because we just had a chance. Me and Mike just spent the last hour chatting about our favorites from this year. Do you guys have some favorite videos from 2018? We did Bay Hill, which you can kind of see behind Mike. There's this picture of Molinari. We did Bay Hill was a big one. We did the full bag fittings. Man, we did a lot.
What else?
We did a lot.
The ball plant, Titleist ball plant.
Titleist ball plant. We went back for the TS fitting.
TS fitting, the Sleepy Hollow playing lesson with Kevin Sprecher.
Yep, Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, we knocked some of our big bucket list courses off.
That's right.
We did Ridgewood, club fitting.
Club fitting, yep.
You know, here's the funny thing. Between this and we put everything also on YouTube, on Facebook Watch. That club fitting is our number one most viewed video. I mean, up to almost 250,000 views.
Yeah, I mean, you can see here your fitting video was cool, interesting to learn. Thank you, Jacob. What is that? No Connor N.
Bay Hill promos.
Promos.
We had so much fun with those shorts, and we're going to do more of those shorts. But to give you guys a little bit of a background, for anybody who's new to this, like where we started with all this is with the podcast, which has now been 5 years running, and with the website, Golficity.com, and the app, we were just kind of like getting more and more experiences, and we're like, yo, why don't we bring a camera along for some of this? And that's kind of how the vlog kicked off. So the vlog is kind of the newer thing for us. But similar situation was the fitting. Mm-hmm. So we got the opportunity to work with Titleist on the podcast.
Right.
So we're going to be going to this fitting. So we're like, yeah, perfect opportunity to bring the camera along. And then from there, it's just amazing what happened. Like so many people enjoyed watching that and learning from that. And there was so much information that we were getting from Kevin as we went through that fitting. We're like, yeah, this is stuff that people are going to want to see and want to hear.
Right.
So that's going to be the formula going forward. We're going to continue to do that. Just keep the cameras on as we get to experience different types of things. And hopefully as we learn, you guys get to learn something from it.
Absolutely. And I can certainly see us putting at least 50 videos out next year, just with everything we have planned.
Avi's asking about the Bumblebee driver shaft. Do you still have it?
I still have it. I should go grab it. You want to grab it for me?
I'll grab it for you.
Go grab it for
right
me.
Here.
While you grab that, I love this comment from Levi. You guys are why I grabbed a secondhand set of clubs to get a feel for the sport.
There she is.
Here's the Bumblebee.
It's hard to believe that he's getting more distance out of the TS than he was out of this setup. And actually, what was surprising, talk about fittings, and when you learn something, the first thing we did in that fitting was just put the new TS head on that same shaft, that hazardous yellow shaft. And although he got more distance, it wasn't as much as when he dialed it in with the even flow. So
Right.
It's amazing. Like, you gotta, like, when you do these fittings, you gotta...
It is amazing.
You have to take any preconceived notions out of your head.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the biggest thing I learned. Just like, I'm looking at my preconceived notion. I thought I wouldn't be able to hit the hybrid. And now I love it.
Guys crushing it.
You guys saw in my What's in the Bag. It's my second most used club. The big bag giveaway. We're going to keep you guys.
Yeah, I got to keep you on the edge of your seat.
That's not big enough. We're going to give you that in a few minutes here. We want to take some Q&A first, and then we'll talk about that.
My golf quest. I'm fairly new, but really enjoyed Bay Hill and playing lesson. They were awesome videos. Also enjoyed most of the vlogs that I've watched. Thank you. We're having fun with it, and like Frank said, we've got a lot coming in 2019, and we're going to try to pick some really cool courses. Hopefully, we can get out there at Liberty National next year for PGA Media Day for the Northern Trust. I know the PGA Championship, I believe, is coming to Bethpage.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get out there and try that one out. And some courses down in Orlando next month. We're going to be in Orlando in 4 weeks for the PGA Merchandise Show, like we were last year. Last year was Recon.
Big Recon.
Just
it was our first trip down there. But this year, we're going to be there. We're going to be there the whole week. So anybody who's in Orlando area, we're going to try to do a meetup. We're going to try to do a get-together at Topgolf Orlando. But our schedule is so packed, I'm not sure when, where, or how yet. But make sure you follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, if you're in the area.
Twitter. We'll have a lot of ways that we'll get the message out. We'll probably also post it here on YouTube when we're going to have that out. But we're going to do something. We've got some cool course vlogs. We're going to be playing Lake Nona while we're down there.
I see some good ones coming in. So speaking of that, you got to play Stream Song. We're actually working with Stream Song now to see if we can get on there.
Yes.
It's tough because that week a lot of those main courses are kind of shut down. But we're trying to work something there. Ollie, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Dave asked, how did Titleist become a sponsor?
So actually, a cool story. And it's just like where you almost have to like pinch yourself, right?
Yeah.
We get an email from one of the Titleist representatives, and they just said, we're interested in working with you. We love what you're doing with the podcast. And like, talk about validating.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to have chills right now talking about it. Because it's just like, I've been playing Titleist for a long time in different aspects of my game. And it's one of those things that any golfer is just going to, it's a dream come true. So, of course, we jumped on it.
Yeah.
And then since then, the relationship has developed. They have, it is one of the best teams we've ever had to work with. They are so open to ideas. We floated that idea by them of doing a fitting because we said we want to experience it. We want to know what it's all about. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers and listeners are want to know too. So that was just amazing.
Like you scroll up a little, I think we missed a couple.
Oh,
a couple of good ones.
He says Jeff says in our November 25th episode, Frank mentions he thinks ShotScope is the best GPS watches he's tried. Other ones we've tried, Garmin. I've tried. I've also worked with a lot of different just apps for GPS. I used to use things like the 18 Birdies app and a lot of different ones that were free. We're not huge rangefinder guys, but we've used them on and off. I'm enamored with the level of accuracy of that. They've also got this technology worked in where it'll actually adjust the adjusts the GPS distances based on angles. So like obviously 150 out is not 150 out if you step 10 yards to the right.
Right.
It's actually very good with that. So that's been really great. Do a collab with Golfaholics. We're in the works with that. We've been back and forth. It's one of those things, back and forth, just talking to them on DMs and stuff like that. And we're trying to find a time and a way to do it. It might happen in Orlando. It might not. Everybody's so busy when we're down there. If not, one way or another, we'll work with those guys. We really respect what they're doing. They're great guys.
Northeast meetups. My golf course here in PA. We'd love to attend an event. We have a Top Golf in Edison, New Jersey, which probably isn't far from PA. But depending on where you are in PA, but we're thinking maybe we'll do one there. Top Golf's always a great way that everyone get together. I've been to some Instagram meetups with full rounds, and I don't think it's as good because we don't get to spend the time with everyone and hang out. I like the hangout session, so I think we're going to do that. Let's see what else.
Dude, that's so cool. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. CAJJDS says, it just got surgery on my back, but watching your videos got me through not being able to play, learning a lot. That's so cool.
That's
and
cool.
Hey,
yeah.
I feel for you. For some guys had a bad back for a long time. I wish you the best recovery, bounce back, get back out there. And I'm glad we were able to distract you from some of the boringness of laying around. So Golfaholics is one guy we're working with. Our friend Garrett from GM Golf. We're trying to work with him a little bit. He's a lot of people that we've been in contact with and working with one way or another on Instagram for a long time.
Piers and Andy, me and my golf, potentially in the summer.
Right. So there's a lot of stuff, and we're really working on, like I said, 2018, if anything, was kind of like a test year, getting used to the vlogs and the platform, and 2019 is where we're going to try to step it up even further.
What's up, Mario?
A hint in the video for a huge announcement. Okay. So, Ed, our buddy Ed, let's do our first announcement.
Hey, you want to just throw it out there?
Our first one.
It's good enough?
So, speaking of 2019, one big thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be traveling. Where to?
I'll give you a hint. Let's see if you can shout it out. Ready? They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
We're going to be going to the birthplace of golf. We're going to be.
Sorry for the banging on the desk. I probably blew out all your eardrums. We are going to the birthplace, like Frank says.
We're traveling to Scotland, which is so huge. Again, another one of those moments for us that was just like pinch me when this happened. The itinerary is not yet ironed out. We are working on it. We know that we've got what's a couple courses we've got in the works here.
Carnoustie, Kingsbourne,
Scotland,
St Andrews. I think the Castle course, not the old course.
Right.
I forget the other ones, but I think there's 6.5 rounds on the itinerary over like 5 days. Probably some whiskey tasting in between.
So it's one of those things. Like we still have to do the finalize the details. It'll probably happen sometime around early June, but it is one of those things that we absolutely can't wait to do. We're going to probably shoot a video every day, bring you guys along with us. We're going to be doing a lot of stories too on Instagram, Snapchat, everything. I have never been over that way. I have never been to Scotland or the UK. And I know we've got a lot of viewers and listeners there. So it is so cool to get this opportunity. And just as fans of the game, it's like there's nothing like it.
Everyone's asking for Mario Ollie. They're asking if we're going to meet up with Rick Shields, Peter Finch.
I'm sure. Look, we bumped into Rick very briefly at the PGA show last year in Orlando. If we get an opportunity to again, we'll kind of like see what he's got going on and what's up. The birthplace of golf was Rome. Yeah. Well, it's also the homeland of our buddy Molinari, who had an unbelievable year. Unbelievable. Hats off to him. But so we're very excited for that. That's just one of the things we're going to bring.
That's just one of them.
We're going to be doing a lot of other stuff. We're going to try to do a little bit more travel, but also I know a lot of people like just to see the stuff from the New York area. So we're going to try to play some big name courses in the New York area. We'll probably be playing Liberty National.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's a lot of different ones we're going to be working on.
I love future collaboration with Brody Smith and Eric Anders. Yeah, Eric Anders, we collabed with him briefly in New York City while I was here over the summer. We shot a podcast vlog with him. We just actually texted him the other night. He's in Mexico now filming, and he's going to be at the PGA show, so we're going to meet up there and hang out. So I'm looking forward to that. He's such a great guy, down-to-earth guy. I love what he's doing.
And, dude, he's exactly like the guy you see on the videos. He's the same way in real life. Just loves talking about golf, talks to anybody, to everybody.
Right.
When he came out, he was talking with a cab driver about golf. I think he converted him into golf. So he's just like... It's great working with him, too, because I feel like there's a lot of similarities there where we're not pros. We're just guys who love the game. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very similar aspects with Eric.
And by the way, guys, it goes a long way with collaborations by, you guys reaching out to them and asking them as well because, it does help.
Yeah, hit them up. Tell them, we're looking to see something with Golficity and we're gonna work on doing it. Questions about playing a pro-am. We don't have any lined up yet. We're going to try. The pro-ams are a little bit trickier as far as what you can film. It is all controlled by the PGA Tour. We do have some friends over there that we work with. We work very closely with them on the Bay Hill vlog. But if you go back and watch that, all the footage you guys saw in that video on the course was shot with an iPhone because there's very strict rules on what you can do out there. And we were only permitted to use the iPhone not even our regular camera.
Yeah.
So, and we weren't allowed to film any of the players playing. That's why you don't see Molinari swinging in that. So there's strict rules, and rightfully so. There's people who own the rights to that stuff. Sense. But we're working on it. It's just, I feel like with the pro-ams, we can't always show you guys as much as we'd like to. But if we can iron out those details, we're going to do it.
For sure.
Handicap. Oh, this is an interesting story. We were just talking about this on the podcast. We are both now the same handicap. We are both 12 and a half. And this has been our journey. We've been documenting as we're working our way down. When I started playing the game again 5 years ago, I'd gotten away from the game for a long time. I was an 18 and a half. And Mike was a 22, something like that, and we've worked our way there. Kevin Sprecher.
He's been a blessing to me. It's great.
It's been a great year working with him. As far as knowledge of the game, I feel like it's hard to match what he's got going. The good news is anybody can book a lesson with him. You can go on his website and book one.
Eric just went, one of our guys.
Yes, Eric Benzenberg, who's a writer for Golficity.
He simply just texted me the other day and said, met with Sprecher. Wow.
Yeah. He said, this guy's legit.
Yeah.
And it's so true. Worth every penny.
Yep, for sure.
What he's doing. I'm going through a big swing change from working with him.
Yep.
So good stuff there.
Bandon Dunes. I think we will get out there.
14 to 10 handicap.
I like that.
Nice.
Frank Bandon, we want to play. We want to go out to Whistling as well before the Ryder Cup. So that might be a combo trip or something.
Fall trip. For sure.
Any trips to Titleist? We were at Titleist not long ago filming the ball plant tour. We were at headquarters, hoping to do more things with them. And if you're referring, Ahmad, to the Carlsbad location, club making, we're contemplating going out to California in 2019 for a long weekend, maybe parlaying that into a Torrey Pines vlog as well. So
right. So we're talking with them about that. We've already kind of floated by them a proposed series of videos for 2019, because obviously we gotta work with them on approvals to get in and do the videoing that we need to do there. So we're working on that for sure, and if we do, it's gonna be fun. We're also may go back by Ball Plant 3. They have their R&D department there. I'd love to see that, to pick the brains of the guys who are putting these things out. We've been testing the 2019 prototype ball. It's been awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm still a big AVX guy though. I'm AVX. This guy's Pro V1.
Pro V1s.
Yeah, so good stuff all around. But like I said, to wrap up the rest of the year on the channel, we're gonna have we're gonna have a best of. We're gonna recap some of our best videos that we had a little fun shooting. We got to put that together and get that out there to you guys. You got to get Randy from Fried Eggs on the podcast. Ryan LaSalle says, I love what that guy
think
does.
We'll see him in Orlando.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll ask him.
We can definitely talk about it. He's always cracking me up. I love watching his videos, so for sure. He was down there last year in Orlando, but we didn't get a chance.
Yeah, we did not get a chance.
So, but we'll be there all week this year, for sure.
Come to LA and I'll get you to Calabasas. Sure.
I'm going to take you up on that. We have... One way or another, we've got to do a West Coast trip. It's when we put it together. It's whatever. We're going to do it. But we've got a pretty stacked 2019, and we're going to try to get everything else in. But the other thing, too, is if you guys are just watching the videos, make sure you check out the app, which is 100% free, Android and iOS, and Golficity.com. The whole idea behind when we put this together is we said, we're going to try to create the type of content that we would want to see. We're not pros. We don't have a background like formally in professional golf in any way, but we've got a story to share.
Yeah.
And same thing with Golficity. We've got a lot of people there who are writing, who they're not trained writers or journalists. These are not guys who went to school for that or whatever. But they email us and they've got a passion. They've got something they want to share. And that's what our idea here is, to create a platform for everyone like that. Yes. People who have something to share and just collect some more voices from the game, because there's so many different voices out there to be heard. So we're going to continue in 2019 to work on growing Golficity in that way, bringing more writers to the app, possibly bringing on more podcasters, possibly bringing more people to the YouTube channel. You guys have seen Chris McEwen on the channel with his McEwen Reviews It segment, which is excellent. So we're going to work on doing a lot more of that for you guys as well. And just bringing those voices out there.
Right, for sure.
So keep an eye on the app and you'll be able to see that.
Eric says Arizona. Would love to come out to Arizona. That's on our list for sure.
Do a range session video. We could definitely do that. We had a little fun doing the what's in the bag out on the range. Poughkeepsie, that's not too far from us.
Is that the link? I think I played the links actually not long ago at an outing.
Wow, Ed, it's almost his 1 year anniversary writing for Golficity.
Good for you, Eddie.
It's been great having Ed. I mean, again, like he shared his club fitting experience and stuff like that, and that's what I love seeing is people being able to share their firsthand experiences.
Any chance you guys can get Augusta National?
Imagine Augusta.
I would love to.
Imagine. It's funny. Whenever there's any type of tour event, you can put in for media credentials, which we do, and we cover some of them. Anybody who has media credentials, that before the actual event, they have a media day. It's usually 2 or 3 weeks before the event, and that's where the media who's going to be covering the event get to come and play the course. Well, with Augusta, there's so many people, they do a lottery system.
Right.
So once you get your credentials, you go into a lottery system if you get a chance to play on media day. Some people have been there 30 years. Some journalists working there, and we've heard stories, 30 years, they never get the name picked. When we got a chance to talk to Eric Anders Lang, it was his first year, and he almost felt guilty for it. He won the lottery that year. That's how he got to play. So we're going to keep putting our credentials in. You never know. If it happens, dude, we're going to be all over it.
All over it.
And I can't even imagine. But really great stuff.
Charlie asked about the rules of 2019. We just discussed that a little bit on the podcast the other night. I don't know if you want to take that one.
Stay tuned for this week's episode of the podcast because we dive into a little bit about pin in versus pin out. I think this is going to be a very interesting debate. Especially we're so used to taking the pin out. My big question was this. Is it going to slow down play if you have a foursome and they don't all agree on whether they're going to use the pin or not? So let's say there's one guy who wants to use it.
I'll go with the
end. In, out. I don't know.
Don't be that guy.
We'll see. We'll see. Bryson DeChambeau already said he's going to use it for every putt.
I want to get him on the podcast, by the way.
He would be a great
That's my goal for
brain to
2019.
pick, that's for sure. Him misting the balls.
Yeah. I think Eddie's working on that for us, right, Eddie?
Yeah. All right, we're 20 minutes in. I don't want to keep these guys waiting more. What do you say we announce the winner?
All right.
You want to pull it up?
Sure.
Pull up the winner.
Now, this is completely at random. It's an automatic generated name.
Thank you for everybody who participated. Stay tuned on the channel because we're going to do a lot more giveaways. Again, we're going to keep with this. We have a motto, like an informal motto. When we get something, you get something. So because Vessel sent us these bags, we decided we're going to donate a bag back.
Right.
When we got fitted for the TS drivers, we gave a TS driver away. So anything that if we get that up, like we try to bring you along for the ride of watching what we do, but we're also trying to give back the opportunity. So as we get more stuff, we'll just keep giving it back. So, all right.
All right, so the winner of the Vessel 2.0 golf bag, Sunday bag, with 929 total entries to everyone. Thank you, everybody. The winner goes to Ryan Scialabba. I said that
Spell
right?
that.
Scialabba.
Ryan, congrats.
Ryan, congrats. Your name was chosen at random to win this bag. We will be emailing you if you don't see this. And congratulations, man.
Yeah, so keep an eye on your email because I don't want to miss it over us, go into the junk folder or something.
Yeah, but listen, like Frank said, don't be discouraged. We've teamed up with ShotScope for all of 2019 as well. So we are going to be giving away lots of shot scopes. We're going to be doing a lot of things.
And if you guys are on the ShotScope, those guys were kind enough to create a custom leaderboard in the app for us, the Golficity leaderboard. And we're going to be on the podcast. We're going to be highlighting some names from the leaderboard as the 2019 season progresses, and we're going to be giving away some prizes for that as well. This is cool. Mitpal, I think that's your first name. It says, I want to thank you guys for the Kevin Sprecher videos, especially the last one. I drove 5 hours to Sleepy Hollow to see him, and I've had 2 lessons with him. He's great. That's awesome.
Wow.
5 hours. And listen, we spoke to Kevin a couple times. He says he's gotten calls from as far away as Australia. He says he's had people fly in from seeing the videos. They've flown in from the Dominican Republic to work with him. So, and yes, Hugo asked if we're going to be doing some giveaways outside the U.S.
The ShotScopes, definitely.
ShotScopes are open
worldwide.
We've done a couple other ones. We've done some digital gift cards and things like that, stuff that we can. I think we did that for our 5,000 subscriber.
Yep.
So anything where the shipping isn't a problem, basically, and we can get it international, we're going to open up to international. But if you guys see it's U.S. only, unfortunately, it's usually some sort of shipping restriction.
For sure. Paranoid Android, just tune into episode 249 of the podcast. You'll hear our take on that. Ollie asked, what club do you remember of? I think at this point we're just kind of like road warriors.
We are.
We're just all over the place playing munis, playing real courses. If you get the invite to the private courses, whatever
we
we're
have so many
doing.
like vlogs to shoot that it almost doesn't make sense to pin ourselves down to one course.
Exactly.
We've been doing them all over. Paranoid Android Golfer says, you going to putt with the pin in
I
or
just
pin
addressed
out?
that one.
You did that one?
Yeah, just now.
Oh, well, sorry. I'm reading the comments here.
It's my fault for skipping.
Play
sorry.
Darlington.
Yeah, there we go. That's where we shot the what's in the bag.
Yeah,
That's
we'll get
right.
back out there. But on our list of kind of like bucket list want to do, we want to play Wingfoot.
We want to play Wingfoot. Shinnecock. I want to play Pebble. I want to get out there and do that West Coast kind of swing.
Yeah, I was just thinking like
above around here. Yeah, Wingfoot, Shinnecock, and Sleepy. We knocked off the list. Baltusrol. I want to get you on.
Yes,
trying to pull that.
Which you've played plenty of times. We have the Baltusrol flags here. But I want to get out there and play that for sure. And then also, guys, there's also some coordination, unfortunately, when we get out there to play of whether we can film it, too. And, different things like the drones in the air and stuff. Some courses are cool with it. Some courses not so much. But Brian asked if any big golf trips. Yeah, we said earlier,
announced,
the big announcement for 2019 is going to be Scotland. Scotland's going to be huge.
If you're heading to Palm Springs, Brian, in February, I believe Sprecker's holding a clinic in Palm Springs in February.
He might be.
I just saw him announce that.
Something on his Instagram. Bethpage, we
both
played Bethpage
separately.
Black. I would love to take another crack at it. It is an amazing
Goshen.
track. From Goshen, Jason Blake from Goshen. He saw us at BMW. Yeah, BMW. Yeah,
that's
Jason,
right.
What's up? Yep, I'm from Goshen as well. We played on the team together there.
You played on the mini tour.
The Goshen Mini Tour. So those are the two big announcements we want to go over with Scotland and obviously our best winner
giveaway.
Our next big milestone is going to be hitting that 10,000 subscriber.
Yeah,
we're working with a number of different people to try to get some prizes worked in. We want to work up a big prize pack, and then once we do, we're gonna announce that.
Almost painful.
Oh, that hurts. My Golf Quest says, was supposed to play Baltusrol for work, but was bumped for a VIP. It hurt a little. Yeah, that's what happens in some of these big
Frank
courses.
does that to me sometimes.
Do you have any? Yeah, right. Do you have any kind of in Scotland? Give us a shout. Beers while you're here. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any bucket list people that you would want to play with? If we could ever, if you had anything, current people who play the game one way or another, do you have anybody you would want to play with?
Just anybody?
Yeah, just anybody.
I think I'm on more of a non-tour member player.
Right. Something for a little.
I'm really high on my list is playing a full round with Piers and Andy from me and my golf.
Okay, yeah.
For a lot of reasons. Because number one, they're fun, they're entertaining, they're great guys. It would be a fun round.
Yeah.
But number two, think about how much we would learn out there.
I know.
From all different areas.
Look, with the playing lesson, we learned so much from Kevin Sprecher. So, from a golf standpoint and from a business standpoint, those guys have been doing this longer than we have, as far as the YouTube stuff. So, picking their brains about things would be fun. Getting on the course with Eric Anderslang would be fun. We just sat down and talked with him and talked more about his life and his video schedule with Be the Ball. Which is intense, his video schedule.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you?
It's a long shot, but I'd love to play with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, that's a good call.
He is, he's very good at the game. He's big into the game. It kind of sparked my interest when I saw on his Instagram that he plays 18 holes every morning,
right,
or something. And we've been, when you try to work your path towards something, he's actually a member, not far from here, right?
Manhattan Woods.
He's a member of Manhattan Woods, which we know a couple people who are members there, and his brother Donnie is somehow friends with one of my wife's friends. So it's one of those things you pull every string to try to make things work. Just don't start wearing matching outfits. Hey, everybody's got their thing.
We had the coffee situation this morning.
We did have the same coffee.
The same coffee. That was weird.
Patrick Reed. Oh, look. That was.
I'd play with Patrick Reed. Why not?
I'd play with him. No, but everybody's asking about the big news yesterday with Kisner. I think there's a certain degree of truth there to saying that he's misunderstood. You heard what Rory said about him too, about how saying he felt like he's a good guy, just misunderstood. I understand he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. There could be a level of maturity there that needs to kind of come into play. I'm not a person who's going to judge anyone without knowing them. I've never had a conversation with him. So I'm just not big on that. I wouldn't want to speculate or judge whether he's a good or bad person. You know, I'd love to meet him and find out for myself. You know.
Next, good idea. Try to play around with old clubs. We were thinking about that.
Yes, we were looking for a way to play with some hickory clubs, like really old clubs. Some ideas that we had, and we're always open to ideas. We were thinking about doing a video for worst ball.
Worst ball,
where instead of best ball,
we could break 100 with worst ball.
Yeah, where we would each alternatingly like have to hit the worst shot out of the two of ours and see if we could break it. Jason asked when we're playing Liberty National. We're going to be trying to play it.
Hopefully July, August.
Yeah.
That's usually when the media day would be.
Well, yeah, so that would be the media
Frank's
day.
never played it. I got really lucky to play it once years ago.
So that would be for the Northern Trust is going to be coming through Liberty National. So similarly to how we played Ridgewood, we would same thing. We would put in our credentials and try to play.
We walked the course with those American flag jackets for the President's Cup.
Dude, grab that jacket.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
So we had a little. Every once in a while, we like to have a little fun with these. Here's Mike's fake Masters jacket. Tom says you guys deserve more subs. Thank you. And you know we've said this too. Like it's kind of funny because the channel's been around for so long, but we only started really posting videos this year. So I'm actually amazed that we went from 500 to 9,000 subscribers. So this was great. We wore these custom flag jackets at Liberty National for the President's Cup. But there's actually some Getty images of us out there from that day.
There are some Getty images.
We had more people take pictures with us that day than I think ever before.
You
gotta have fun with it, right?
Oh man, they got I got this still saved in here. This is great.
My Golf Quest has a vlog doing a 3-club challenge. We actually did that. We should redo it because...
We should do it.
That was when we first started vlogging. We were shooting on old little cameras like this. We shot the entire vlog on this thing. So it's kind of like up close and personal. But we had fun with that. And we talked about it on the podcast. We learned so much doing it that day. Because you realize a little bit more about how to play the game when you hit different clubs. So, but... You know, like I said, we're always open to this. I love those suggestions. I mean, anything you guys have. What do you do to stay in good golf shape? Logan asked when you're somewhere like North Dakota. First of all, we can feel for you because it's cold here. Mike has been on an incredible regimen for fitness-wise.
Yep.
You use the winter for that, right?
I use year-round for that. More involved in the winter, of course, as it gets quiet and tired with no golf. But, tying that in with staying flexible there for golf as well as still swinging the club indoor.
Personally, what I like to do is that I like to try to do it one session, maybe a week, just to stay, knock off the rust at a simulator. And then there's a lot of things you can do at home just to keep the swing going. I have the Orange Whip. I love using the Orange Whip. We actually had the inventor of the Orange Whip on the podcast a while back. And he had said that a lot of people he worked with were able to actually lower their handicap over the winter just by swinging with that for about 10 minutes a day. You just keep swinging. So, make America Golficity again.
Oh man,
so funny.
Favorite sport other than golf?
To play or to watch? That would be the question.
It's tough, man.
I feel like all we watch is
all we do is golf.
We live it. We breathe it. I watch football. I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah, football.
I think you're the same. We're both Yankees fans.
Yep.
Right. That's another thing. A lot of people are asking for brothers.
We're cousins.
So, growing up around the same sports teams, that's why I really like the same
right.
A lot of good stuff coming. Would you guys recommend Scotty Cameron's? I think we've both had a lot of success with Scotty's. I'm right now gaming a Bettinardi. I think more so than anything, something we always come back to is getting a proper fitting. I think especially bang for your buck, a putter fitting is going to get you more than anything else. And the reason I think that is because you use it more than anything else, and there's a lot of fine tuning that can be done. If you get a chance, check out our putter fitting video. It's amazing what they do at the Sam Putt Lab now. Mm-hmm. Amazing.
We're going to be going back to that.
And even if you stay within the Scotty family, it's still smart to do the fitting so you get an idea and know what you need, like just the amount of face balance. What was amazing, what was throwing me off, we looked at the Sam Putt Lab I was putting about a half inch out every time, missing the sweet spot on my putter. And it was just because the shaft was a little too long.
Yeah.
I was standing a little too far over it. We shortened the shaft up, and then boom. Philip, no, not brothers. We're cousins, actually.
You got this beaut.
There she is. His father and my father are brothers. That's how we're related.
This is Frank's.
It's amazing how soft that thing feels. I love it. It's been a game changer for me, for sure. It's also just been a game changer to have an actually fitted putter. I was playing with a hand-me-down before that. So that's been big.
I like Anthony's question. When did you guys start on YouTube at the top there, and what are your tips for a startup? That's all you, Frank.
So we registered the channel years ago just so we had the name, but we only first started vlogging and really putting videos out there. We put some of our podcasts here and there. We're working on getting that. It's not as visual of a medium, but we're trying to get more in there. But we first started putting the videos on there seriously this year.
Yeah.
And I think there's no...
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any real set formula to it other than just put out what you like. Like, that's what we do. We put out the stuff that we would want to see. There's billions of people. You know what I mean? There's so many people on the YouTube platform. There's going to be people who can relate to that, who will find it. There'll be some people who don't necessarily like what you do, but that's fine. You know what I mean? You'll be able to find people who have that common interest. So do what you want to do. I wouldn't worry about trying to do stuff for some sort of algorithm or for some sort of specific audience. Do what you like to do, share your story, and then you'll find that people just attach to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot are asking about the backyard green. I closed it down for the winter.
It's out there.
It's out there. I put a tarp on before the first snowstorm we had a few weeks ago and just left it on.
Yeah.
Waiting for April.
Yeah, so that it'll be like your first full season with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So that was, and I'm so glad you had that idea to document that.
Yeah. It took like 3 months, to film that little bit every single day. I went out there with a camera.
Yeah.
I was excited about that. Ahmad asked about super speed golf training. I've never used it. Have you?
I have not, but I've heard nothing but good things. Mm-hmm. We work with Golf and Body often. And I know that I see them using it a lot with some of their different people there. We see Phil Mickelson using it. It's one of those things I've only heard good things. I believe, has Eric used it? Eric Benzenberg? I thought I remember him doing something with it. Some of our other writers may do something with it on the platform too, but I've only heard good things. So yeah, I would say give it a try.
And guys, if you're not in our free Facebook group, hop in there. Just search on Facebook, The Golf Podcast. There's over 1,300 members. It's completely free. Cool forum. A lot of great, passionate, amateur golfers like us.
Yeah, and so cool and supportive, everybody who's in there.
How much golf fever?
Golf fever? I think it speaks for itself.
Die from the fever.
Speaks for itself. But I tell you what, the fever definitely goes up in the winter when we get that itch to get out there and play. So I'm happy that we're going to be able to. We've got we're going to be there for 5 days in Orlando. We've already got 6 rounds booked or something.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty nuts. I knew we're doing a full media day at Lake Nona.
Yes.
Of course, it's ridiculous.
Lake Nona, and we're in the works with Stream Song.
We're trying to work Stream Song.
We'll see if we can make that happen. But right now we're just planning, getting the equipment. We've got a ridiculous place booked too.
Yeah.
The place we're staying is ridiculous. It's outlandish.
Can I show a picture?
Yeah, see if you can pull the picture. Long story short, last year when we went there, we stayed in a hotel room right in Orlando, and all the prices go way up when it's right by the show. So it was way too much money. So we checked out Airbnb. We ended up getting a 7-bedroom place. Look at this place. This is where we're staying in Orlando.
It's a villa. It's like a compound.
So we got this place for half the price of the hotel room we stayed in last year, where they had 2 bedrooms, or something. So it's gonna be great. Chris will be there with us. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a lot of our friends rolling through. It's just gonna be
live podcast. We're gonna demo day.
The whole podcast setup is coming down with us. So,
dude, I can't wait.
It's going to be so much fun. And just to have a little warm weather.
Plus the parties at night. Remember that Topgolf party? Not at Topgolf, but it was Topgolf, the company, had a party.
We were all confused. What's the wrong place?
We didn't know where to go. And then
you guys want to come to the Topgolf party?
Yeah. We met, that's where Rick Shields was and a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, best bang for your buck golf ball. Titleist Pro V1.
I think the best bang for your buck really depends. I hate to always default to this, but I am the believer in a fitting. I don't think you should just play like what defines quality. You know, if you say like this is the least expensive, highest quality, but does that necessarily mean it fits you?
Right.
It might not. I think it's best to find something that gives you the most confidence.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We're going to do a ball fitting this year. We're
going to try it.
Yeah.
We're going to try to. And if they take the AVX away from me, I'll be shocked. That ball's performing so well for me. So is it worth making the trip down to Orlando? Personally, I think so, but that's for us being in the golf industry. It's just great for everybody who else is in golf, being all physically in the same place, because we've got a lot of friends in the industry, but they're from all over.
All over, yeah.
And we chat all year, you know, through Instagram and you know, text and stuff like that. But the opportunity to see each other face to face is great. Sam Putt Lab is great, it really is. Glen Oaks in Westbury. Glen Oaks, yeah.
Glen Oaks is where we went to the Northern Trust and they shut down our video. That was that. Yeah. I think that was that club.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We could play that. We'll play that.
We walked it.
Yeah.
What else? I want to. We were toying with the idea of a New York City meetup, perhaps Masters time. We've always wanted to do this.
I'd love to do that.
We get a space at like a local pub or something right around lunchtime, and we all watch the Masters together. All of us locals. If you're interested in that, let us know.
When are you going to play in Hawaii? Let me tell you something. Hawaii has been a dream of mine forever. My wife and I, we've married 10 years now. We have actually, you know, and it's been tough to travel the last couple of years. We've got young daughters, but we've been putting aside a little fun for one day doing a big Hawaii trip because I've always wanted to do it. And when we do, you bet we're going to be playing golf too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. My wife's cousin is getting married this coming May, and he's going to be down there in Kiwa. So I'm going to play the ocean course while I'm down there. I'm like, listen, I'm happy to do like a long weekend for this wedding. Can I go a little early and play the ocean course? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So excited for that.
Course while coming soon. Mike's going to show up with a piece of luggage.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife would be like, is Mike your plus one at this wedding? All right. So what do you think? Should we wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up. We appreciate everyone kind of hanging in there with us for our first live here on YouTube. We're
going to try to do more of these. There was a little bit of a panic moment trying to get all this equipment set up to do this.
We made it work.
But we made it work. What type of jobs do you guys work? So we are actively working on making Golficity our full-time gig, and we're slowly working into that. But we also are still passionate for some of the things we do. Mike works in finance. I work in operations, and I have a family business that I work in. So that takes up some of our time too. We don't get to golf as much as we'd like, but more and more we're trying to do it. I mean, the reality is, I think having family, young kids, he's got 2 girls, I got 2 girls, young kids like that. Yours are both under 6, right?
Yeah.
Mine are under 5. So that's what kind of like makes it a little bit tough. But
the fact that we were able to keep all of this content consistent for 5 years with our lives and everything, it's impressive. Yeah. I'm actually proud that we were able to do that.
It's dedication because we love it.
It is dedication.
So Andy says golf simulator bar for a Masters meetup. I would love
Golf
that.
and Body was the idea maybe for that.
Maybe Golf and Body. True Spec was awesome.
True Spec was great.
One of Anders' events.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Maybe if we can pull it off, we'll do something like that. A big meetup for the Masters.
Cool. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. But in the meantime, informal meetup. If you're down there in January in Orlando, hit us up because we're going to try to do something at Topgolf where everybody can come out and meet up. And last year we did it. We had some extra tickets to the Arnold Palmer Invitational. We just gave them away. Yeah. Some clubhouse tickets. So.
Yeah.
If you score anything like that again, you give them back.
Excellent.
All right, guys.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for spending a little bit of your Friday with us. Thank you, everyone who subscribed to the channel. Keep your suggestions coming and look out for a lot more in 2019.
Help us get to 10K so we could do that massive giveaway.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.